Hello, guys. Welcome to the Health and Wealth Podcast. I am your host, Bryson Imlay, and your co host,
Jude Copeland.
Joining us today is Ms. Neerman. We will be interviewing them on mental health. So, Ms. Neerman, what are your thoughts on mental health?
I think mental health is extremely important. It helps people be able to live their best lives.
That's very great to hear. What makes you think that?
Well, I've known a lot of different people who some are very aware of their own mental health and others who aren't. And I know that myself, checking in with myself on my mental health is very helpful for me. And I've seen that in my friends and family as well.
Well, we're glad that you think that. Do you think mental health checks are important? If so, why?
I do think that mental health checks are important. I think it's really helpful for people to reflect on how they're feeling and why they're feeling how they are. And having a set time and place to do that check-in is very useful, I think.
Yeah. Do you think that mental health help should be available for all people or just the ones that could afford it?
Well, I definitely think that mental health services and services should be available to everybody. I think that should be a human right.
Yes, I very much agree with that answer. Would mental health classes be good for the students at the school?
I think mental health classes, I think that could be very useful for students. I think the earlier you start learning about your own mental health and how mental health affects everybody, I think the earlier the better.
Do you think it should be optional or required classes?
I think it should be optional, and that's because trying to force someone to learn about mental health, I don't know. I think that has potential to be counterproductive, but I really don't know enough about that to speak with authority.
Well, thank you for coming on our show today, and tune in next time for the Health and Wealth Podcast. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Health and Wealth Podcast. I am the host, Bryson Imlay, and your co-host,
Jude Copeland.
Joining us today is Elena. We will be interviewing them on mental health. So, Elena, what do you think sets mental health apart from other physical problems?
I think that if you have like a hurt arm or something, it affects your you're being active, but mental health will affect you for a lot of years, and it's really hard to help with mental health.
That's really interesting. What makes you believe this?
Because I know with a lot of problems involving mental health, you have to go to you have to get a tutor for some of it, and you have to have a lot of special accommodations. With sports, you really just can't play, but that's for usually you heal.
That's a very interesting point of view. Do you think mental health checks are important?
I couldn't hear you.
Are mental health checks important?
Yes, I think they are.
Why?
Because sometimes if you're struggling with mental health and you don't know it, it can be harder than just knowing that you have the problem.
That makes sense. That's a very different point of view.
Would mental health classes be good for the students, and should it be a thing?
I feel like they should because it can help a lot of students with mental health issues stop comparing themselves to people who do not have mental health issues.
Yeah. What do you think sets apart schools that have mental health classes from schools that don't?
I think a lot of times that their education tends to be more in-depth with everyone, including the people who don't have mental health problems, because they can go quicker because they don't have people in their class with mental health problems, and the people with mental health problems aren't comparing themselves to them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, thank you for coming on our show today, Elena, and tune in next time for the Health and Wealth Podcast. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Health and Wealth Podcast, Episode 3. I am your host, Bryson Imlay, and your co-host.
Jude Copeland.
Joining us today is Mr. Bird's substitute for 6th grade science. We will be interviewing them on mental health today. So, what makes you think the difference between kids with mental health and kids who kids who have mental health help in school and kids who have mental health in school puts them apart?
What puts them apart?
Yeah,
So those that have good mental health versus
struggling with it. Yeah,
poor, struggling with mental health.
yeah.
Well, I think one is their well-being, right? So if we're not feeling good, if we're not feeling healthy in every aspect, including maybe even most importantly our mental health, we're not going to be able to achieve our goals maybe academically, personally, lots of ramifications if we're not feeling good in order to do what we want to do.
That's great to hear. What makes you believe all this?
Well, maybe my own experiences or the experiences around me, what I've witnessed from other people who might struggle. I think we've all seen somebody struggle, maybe even had our own struggles ourselves. When that happens, are we able to do our best? Does it impact our sleep sometimes? Do we wake up not feeling like we want to do what we're supposed to do? Go to school, the simple things, maybe even put on, the right clothes. Oops, I got my shirt inside out. And they'll have a long-lasting impact to the rest of our day, don't they?
Yes, that is a very good view.
Would mental health classes be good for the students, and should it be optional or required?
That's a good question. I think it would definitely be good. Should it be required? I think it should. If it helps us, I think the roadblock is to find something that helps everybody, though. As long as we can figure out a way to make it beneficial for everyone, because everybody's different. Our mental health struggles or feeling good mentally is going to look different from person to person to person. So it has to be productive. We want to make sure that we're helping everybody at the same time. But yeah, I think it should be required.
Yeah. What do you think allows teachers to help students with their mental health?
What allows us to help with mental health is getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Getting to know you guys. If I we feel like we got a good relationship going, and I know when you walk in, I can tell something's off if I know who you are. But if I don't get to know you, I might not know something's wrong. You might be a quiet one day, and I might think that that's just normal for you, but maybe quiet isn't normal for you. Maybe that means you're struggling that day. So I think it's my responsibility as a teacher to get to know you first, and that's going to be my first step.
Well, thank you for coming in today. We really appreciate you on this interview, and tune in next time for the Health and Wealth Podcast.